Hello beloved, it's Lainie Love Dalby beaming in. I am the cosmic creatrix of the Sacred Revolution Oracle and the founder of the Ecstatic Embodied Leadership Academy, and I am so grateful to be back with you after a much needed rest over the holidays, of course, except for my visit to Los Angeles where I was doing in-person celebrity readings there. And the deck is also now being carried at Spellbound Sky and Other Wild for those that would like to purchase it locally who are in LA. But overall, 2022 was such a big year, and there was a lot to process, to integrate, to reflect on during the retrogrades that we've been in, since retrogrades really encourage us to review, to look backwards. And with Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, it was really looking around creating new structures. What structures are no longer serving, and what structures do we want to carry into this new year to support us in our thriving? And so tuning in today for the new moon in Aquarius at 1 degree, which is conjunct Pluto. So it is bringing rebirth and deep transformation. And we also have Saturn and Venus that are also in Aquarius. So we're getting a big dose of this energy that's to come as Pluto is going to be moving into Aquarius in March of this year to begin its 20-year transit journey there. And I talk a lot more about this in my free oracular astrology of 2023 forecast. The link is below to access that. And the theme that came through for the year astrologically is revolutionary consciousness awakening and activating our ultimate potentiality. These are sort of the seeds that are being planted this year with this big transit with Pluto, but also at this new moon point. And we also have all planets that will be moving direct as of Sunday, the 22nd. So we will be feeling the momentum and forward direction that will be pulling us forth as we emerge fully out of the Mercury and Mars retrograde molasses that we've been in since the start of the year. And I wonder if you felt that it was a much slower start than usual. It was kind of like, really moving through. And so now is the time to really set your new year intentions, to really get clear, to really start to tune in and to listen to that inner wisdom and what is guiding you this year. And so Aquarius is an air sign of higher mind and visionary ideals. It's the archetype of the rebel and the revolutionary. It's the humanitarian who is really instigating collaboration and cooperation. The one who is a free electron that is liberating us to new heights of consciousness. And with Pluto in the mix, we can begin to have a total rebirth in these arenas. So it's a potent time to really consider our biggest dreams and visions. We also have Jupiter back in Aries, which is bringing us that fire and ignition to our greatest passions and dreams as well, so that we can trailblaze, so that we can really pave a new path. And Aries is the individualist that says, I'm first, I'm ready to be the leader, to have that courage to step forward in a new way. And so it's a powerful time to really ask now with this new moon, what brings us wildly and unapologetically alive, and to move towards that. This is essential medicine right now. What are those dreams, those visions? What is it that is within you, those embers within you that need to be tended to really be sparked into that full aliveness in your life? And this is actually our community theme this year in our Soul Sparkle Sanctuary Inner Circle Learning and Practice community. This is our year-long membership, and we're going to be focusing on what brings us wildly and unapologetically alive. And we gather 3 times a month in Sacred Circle to pause, to tune within, to take the space to listen to the voice of our souls, to our bodies knowing, to our connection with spirit, to really be able to continue to stay the course, to stay focused on the heart of what matters most, so that we can stay grounded and rooted in that. And we have a community of support to hold us on that journey. And so we meet for new moon ceremonies where we tune deeper into the astrology and the oracle. We also have sacred play dates where we come together to create in sacred play, and we do into ecstatic movement as well, to really root into the body and to stay the course, to maintain that sustainable burn on the revolutionary journey. And the doors are open for one more week, and we begin with our opening ceremony on January 29th. And when you join us, you'll also get access to our annual New Year's retreat, our Root to Rise, Shine, and Soar retreat, where we really go on a deep dive together on the 28th of this month to really tap into that deeper rooted knowing of what it is that you are here to create this year, what it is that you are here to birth that is going to support you in sparkling shamelessly, offering your full medicine to the world, to the greater ecosystem. And we'll be doing my signature Your Soul's Calling collage process, which is actually one of the processes that I use to create quite a few of the artworks in the Sacred Revolution Oracle. So you don't want to miss it. All the information is below. And so we're going to dive in now to the cards that came through from the Sacred Revolution Oracle as well. So I'm going to show you the cards first, just allow you to tune into their energy, just feel the image and their transmission, and then we'll dive into each of them. So the first card we have is 37, which is the Cosmic Tree of Life. Just taking that in, the symbols, the colors, the energy. The next is 44, Emerge Through the Rainbow Birth Portal. Saturn is up there at the top. Saturn is still in Aquarius until March, joining this energy of the new moon, conjunct Pluto. 6, Trust the Wisdom Within. Number 8, Own Your Sexual Power. And number 50 from the first edition of the deck, the Wild Card, the Blank Canvas. So I love these cards because, well, first they're really pointing to the need to ground with all of this high air energy, the higher consciousness, higher mind, Aquarian air energy, to really root into the earth, root into our bodies, to really root into our inner knowing and our wisdom, and to really allow this to be a very grounded process where you're starting to bring those big dreams, those big visions, that energy of aliveness all the way down and in to your ecstatic embodiment. As most of you know, because I've talked about it many times now, the North Node is in Taurus. So there is still that need for us to be in our ecstatic embodiment, to be rooted there first, to be connected to the alive, fecund earth. So really, while being in this higher consciousness, while letting our consciousness and our visions expand, doing that in a deeply rooted, grounded way, almost a practical way. And my own personal theme for this year is grounded, rooted, sustainable expansion and abundance. And this card is really such a beautiful symbol of that. This was one of my cards, personal cards for this year. And so, this really is a time of metamorphosis, of true rebirth, of true transformation of consciousness is really what the potential of this time is. And to really tune into what is that bigger dream? What is that bigger vision? Not only for your own personal life, but of the world you want to see, of the world you want to live in. I do a lot of readings, of one-on-one oracular astrology readings for those of us that are Pluto in Libra generation. And this is the generation that wants to make the world a more beautiful place that our hearts knows is possible, that wants to end the separation, that really wants to bring forth a new level of consciousness in many ways. And so really tuning into that bigger dream and how you can support creating that and planting the intention seeds for that now for this whole new year. What is it that you're being called forth by with this momentum, fire energy that we have right now and all planets moving direct? What are you ready to train your focus on? What is that heart of what matters most for you? We actually have a really powerful depth inquiry workbook in our Soul Sparkle Sanctuary Inner Circle that helps you to tune in on all the different areas of your life, how you want to feel, what is it that's most important to you, what are your values now that you want to focus in on and move towards. And that's very much a Taurian theme as well, that North Node in Taurus, getting very clear about our values and taking steps to move forward forward to create transformation in those particular arenas from that place of deep knowing and trusting. This is what I value most. This is what I care about. This is what I want to turn my energy and life force towards. Because that's very much what this card is about. It is about life force. It is about tapping into our full creative, spiritual, and sexual power, really owning our Shakti life force energies and bringing those forth in all that we do and harnessing them. So not bleeding out our energy, our power, our life force, but really harnessing them and channeling them, focusing that energy in a way where it can have maximum impact in our own lives and out in the world. So really asking, how do you want to cultivate this life force at this time and really bring forward this energy out into the world, this fire? As you can see, this is a sacral chakra activation. And we will be journeying in our Sovereign Sisters Rising Mystery School, beginning on the full moon in Leo in a couple of weeks at the beginning of February. And this is an initiation to ignite your full wild feminine, spiritual, creative, and sexual power. And so if you're wanting to tune more into this energy, to really know how to cultivate this life force, how to really tune into these energies and how to focalize them in a good way in your own life and out into the world, this journey would be very supportive. And especially helping you to clear anything that is keeping you from stepping fully into your power. Because as change makers and as creative visionaries and as those that are here to break the old paradigm and really create that new earth and co-create that together in collaboration, it is really essential medicine for us to have our full capacities and power online, for us to really be able to channel that life force energy out into the world in a good way, where it can be most effective, where it can be most potent. And with that paw of the tiger coming in, that passion, really leading from that place of passion, which is that Jupiter energy. And again, Jupiter is the Aries energy, and Jupiter is in Aries right now. And the North nodes in July are going to be shifting into North node in Aries. So we're going to have a dose of Aries energy and this importance of tapping into that fire, that aliveness. And again, what brings you wildly and unapologetically alive, and how can you return to that again and again? That is why it is going to be our focus in our Inner Circle Learning and Practice community this year, just helping us to return to that, because life can distract us. Life can pull us away from the heart of what matters most. That's why it's so important to take space, to tune in, to listen, to pause, to tune in not only to that voice of spirit, but also to the wisdom within in our bodies. Our body knowing. And so continuing to be in our embodied presence as we journey with the North Node in Taurus is so important. Continuing to root in that higher consciousness fully into the body and ground it down here and into the earth. So very powerful and important. And to do this in community, because Aquarius is about coming together. It is about collaboration, cooperation, doing this together. We're not meant to do this alone. We're not meant to be on the journey alone. So really tuning in community, tuning into your aliveness and your life force in community, tuning into your body wisdom in community, tuning into and rooting in to the heart of what matters most in community, essential medicine for this year as well. So really setting intentions with this new moon of what community support do you desire? What is really going to help you live those big dreams, to create those big dreams, and who can really hold you in that? And that is one of the reasons why, we have our inner circle, why we do our initiation journeys, why we're journeying in the mystery school. It's really holding us in our becoming, in that next level, stepping into the next level of who we're here to be in our revolutionary potential, and being able to maintain that capacity to be in our authentic essence amidst the busyness and chaos and the loudness in a lot of ways of life and all that is happening in our lives. It's that opportunity to come back, to tune within, and to tune into that blank canvas that we are creating, that ultimate potentiality. Because the number one deathbed regret is, I wished I'd lived a life that was true to myself instead of the life that others thought I should live. And so what is that life that you are yearning to live, that really big dream that you're ready to tune into, to expand, to allow to really thrive in your life? and really allow yourself to dream big into that, to vision big during this new moon, to not hold back, to be rebellious and revolutionary like the Aquarius archetype energy, to really be the one, to be liberated in how you're even allowing yourself to dream, to really allow and just that full expanse and freedom of what is possible now. And how can you tune into that? What unique stroke are you here to make in the great cosmic masterpiece that is going to support you in moving forward now? And so that's really a deep question to ask. And in that unique stroke, what is the unique stroke that is going to bring you wildly and unapologetically alive, that is going to light you up from the depth and core of your being so that you feel juiced up and turned on and blazing true? Because that is the core of what it means to sparkle shamelessly. It is being deeply tapped in to this ecstatic life force energy within and channeling that out into the world. That is what sparkling shamelessly is really about. It is being in our full, raw essence and truth and letting that shine forth out into the world for the good of all. And as we do that, we are emerging through the rainbow birth portal. We are creating new ways. We are catalyzing and blossoming into new aspects of self and into the new earth. And so we are in this continued portal of rebirth and transformation in the collective. And with Pluto moving into Aquarius, this energy this month, as we're in Aquarius season, is really giving us a window into what is to come over the next 20 years. It is really giving us a bit of an opportunity to see how Uranus, that rules Aquarius, the lightning, the liberator energy, the one that sort of shatters and clears out what is no longer in service. And with Pluto, it is all about rebirth. So how are we really transmuting and shattering the old paradigm that no longer serves us so that we can really step into that ultimate potentiality of the new consciousness that is arising, of the new species that is here to be born, of Homo luminous, as Alberto Villoldo talks about. And I talk about that more in the oracular astrology forecast of 2023. 2023 really coming into this place of light and expansion and higher consciousness, and really leading from that place. And one of the most important things for us during this rebirth journey is to stay human and to stay connected to our bodies, to stay rooted in that, because Aquarius also rules AI and artificial intelligence, and it rules technology. And so there could be great advancements in this, and that drive that certain parts of the population have to really turn us into machines, to remember to stay human and to stay deeply rooted in your humanity, in your ecstatic embodiment, in your embodied presence here on earth, and to remember that connection. And one of the most powerful things that I've really heard around this is ancestral intelligence, AI. Instead of leaning into artificial intelligence, lean into ancestral intelligence, indigenous intelligence, because Aquarius is also the ancient future. So how are we calling forth the wisdom from the ancient indigenous lineages and bringing those forward into the future so that we can live together in a good way, in harmony, that we can truly end the separation, that we can really come together in cooperation and collaboration to create this more beautiful world that our hearts knows is possible. This is really such a call of our time, not only for those that have the Pluto in Libra in their birth chart, but it is this great rebirth portal that we are in, this whole new age, this turning of the ages that has been talked about by many astrologers, especially in the shamanic astrology pantheon of, this 26,000 year age that we are in. And so how can we really be stewards of that, both in our individual journey and the collective journey? And one of the things that I know I've been thinking about a lot in terms of that great canvas, the masterpiece, is where can I have the greatest impact with my unique medicine, with my unique soul sparkle, with my unique gifts and what I have to bring. And, creating the Sacred Revolution Oracle deck was a part of that. It required a lot of sacrifice and a lot of Saturn energy, and it was structure and restriction and boundaries and, to actually birth it into form. But, Saturn is going to be moving into Pisces this year, and that's really going to help us to bring structure to our biggest dreams that we want to create, to our biggest creations. And so this is that moment to start to tap in around that. What are you meant to create? And how can you really structure your life to begin to create that, to birth that, to bring that into reality, to start that business, to write that book, to create your own oracle deck, to live into that big dream. And so now is the time to start to plant those seeds. Let yourself dream, vision big. What might that look like? What do you need to call in, especially community support, to help you birth those big dreams now and really root you in a sustainable, rooted way in the expansion that is here. Because Aquarius can bring great expansion, great unlimited expansion. And so wanting to expand in a way that is deeply rooted and sustainable so we don't burn out. There's also that essential place, like burning bright without burning out. That is a part of sparkling shamelessly, and the importance of cultivating and that life force energy and channeling it effectively and being really strong with our boundaries and with our containers and how we show up in the world and where we show up, and being very discerning about that and making sure that it brings you wildly and authentically and unapologetically alive. And that is that theme that we are moving with this year in our Soul Sparkle Sanctuary Inner Circle community, and just the importance of that aliveness. We need more people who have come alive, who are thriving. There is a reason that over 60% of women in their 40s and 50s are on antidepressants. And, really reawakening that energy in the body again and really harnessing that in a good way. And if you're really looking to move into a new place to be able to harness this energy, that creative, spiritual, and sexual power, you can take a look at the Sovereign Sisters Rising Mystery School information below. It's going to be a really intimate journey to really claim the next level of this life force to bring forward out into the world in a good way, towards our creations, towards our dreams, towards how we are meant to show up as ecstatic embodied leaders now in the world, helping to co-create this new earth, this new paradigm, and to really raise the consciousness of humanity. And so I'm feeling called to pull one more card, a clarifying card, to see what wants to come through here. So just want to see what other clarifying card. It feels like there's one more little message that's here for us today for this new moon in Aquarius. Let's see. Okay. This is 5, the visionary third eye awakening. So higher mind energy, 100%. Again, this card is about seeing beyond sight, seeing beyond mass consciousness, looking beyond the matrix and the 3D reality, and really seeing that higher vision and holding that vision even if we don't see any proof of it yet in the tangible reality in front of us. Holding that vision of the world that we see as possible, that is heart-led, that is human, that is connected deeply to our humanity and our divinity and the merger of that together. So really allow yourself to gather with people that have that capacity to vision the new world, even though we can't see it yet. And we often will do this through group poetry experiences and collective weaving of our genius, which Uranus is also has a lot to do with our unique genius and soul. And so really finding ways that you can connect with other like-minded souls to help vision what we can't yet see, to help us see beyond sight, to really vision beyond that mass consciousness, and to tune into the larger vision, because we each are vision carriers. We each carry pieces of that puzzle, and gathering together with like-minded groups and councils in sacred circles that will really support us in weaving this new dream awake, this new reality awake, and allowing ourselves to open to that higher mind, that higher insight that wants to come in. So taking some time to vision, to journey. There's lots of great shamanic journeys and visioning journeys with the Sacred Revolution Oracle in our ecstatic embodied portal. And, lots of ways to really tune in and support you in bringing forth that vision, planting the seeds for that vision on this new moon, and really letting that guide and lead you through this entire new year. This is our time, beloveds. So just really sending so many blessings for this new moon, for your seed planting and your intention planting. And there are a few spots left still for readings for 2023 to really tune into how the transits are going to be affecting you personally in your chart. There's information about that below as well before they book up the one-on-one oracular astrology readings. And all else I shared about will also be below. And so looking forward to continuing to journey with you and to see what big dreams and visions are wanting to percolate through you and out into the world to really leave your unique stroke on the great cosmic masterpiece. Because if not, it will be lost forever. And so really tuning into that. What are you ready to create this year? And how can you get the support that you need to bring that into reality? How can you commit to that and commit to show up for that and allow yourself to be held on the journey in this creative process, in this big dream, birthing this big dream and, bringing these visions into reality. So many, many blessings. I hope to journey with you either one-on-one or in sacred circle if you feel the call. And so looking forward to seeing you again for the full moon in Leo, where we will be lighting up that fire of the heart-centered leader. And so looking forward to tuning in with you again then. Until then, sparkle shamelessly for the good of all. Remember to stay human, stay rooted, stay grounded in your ecstatic embodiment. And we will see you next time, beloved. Make sure to like and subscribe and to share this with any friends that you feel would be supported. Much love. Bye for now.